afternoon, everyone. Um, my name is Malema Ramonyai. So during the past few months, I called Dr. Prof. Sally to tell him that I've been appointed as, not appointed, but then been told that I'm the best master student at UWC. And then Prof. Sally was like, okay, that's good, come give a talk. So that's why I'm here. So I'm just going to give a brief overview of where I come from. So this is home. So as you can see, if you can zoom in very close, we can count the number of houses that are here. And we literally know each other here. So this is just a small village in Limpopo. And then if you know Limpopo, then I'm based in Polokwane. If you know Polokwane, then I know I'm in Teflop. And then the high school that I attended was called Masialama Secondary School. So it's basically 2 blocks. So grade 8 to 9, each had 1 class. And then we had roughly 5 teachers, and during my matric, we were only 16 learners in class. And then I majored in mathematics, physics, life sciences, and many other courses, geography, SPED, and English. So undergrad, I did a BSc in physical sciences from the University of Limpopo, but then that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to do this degree. I basically wanted to be a mining engineer, but then my mom was like, no, Joburg is too far and you're very young. So I wanted something closer to mining engineering. Then I wanted to do geology, but then I think I did not get, I got accepted, but I did not get the provincial letter, so they were like, no, not gonna let you through. So I opted to do physical sciences, and then I majored in physics and chemistry. This was completed in 2017, and then I also worked as a physics laboratory assistant. And then I got an opportunity to attend the NASSP winter school in 2017, whereby we had good professors from outside of South Africa. I remember one was Professor Shubahashi, if I'm pronouncing it right, of which during his talk I basically did not hear anything. So I then enrolled for a NASSP postgraduate bridging program in 2018, whereby I was first introduced to coding. So before this, I was just playing around with Excel formulas. And then, so just basics in programming. So as you can see from the slides, there's just basics because who calls a list 1 and list 2? And then NumPy arrays, loops. And the good part about this is that, so new students that are still programming now, that they're learning to program, they take such things for granted, but I'm still using this on my day-to-day job. So that's me and Noko and Prof. Patrick. So we enrolled for the main master's NASSP program in 2019, whereby I advanced in programming because that's one part that I was very good at and I was very interested in. And then, so I always knew that astronomy is not really my thing. So before I even came to Cape Town, I made a personal research that, okay, fine, I'm going to Cape Town and study astronomy, but I'm not going to stay in astronomy. And then what next? So I made a personal research trying to figure out what one needs to do with an astrophysics degree in order to go to industry. So I talked to most of my seniors here, started working like as data scientists or software developers. So my findings was that you need research skills, and you need problem-solving skills, you need programming skills, and of course, machine learning and software development. So I did this research because I think I was failing to find a job after my honors. And then I decided to think a little bit. So machine learning equals to Dr. Michelle Lochner, and then research is equals to masters. So I had to come back for my MSc to actually be equipped for industry. So in 2020, I joined the master's coursework at UCT, whereby it's just a 6 months NASSP intensive coursework. As you have heard or previous talks, NASSP can be intensive. But I'll show you at the end of the slides what Professor Lee used to do to make us feel better about it. So more modules to prepare us for the research. This included cosmology and machine learning. And part of the process was also to find a project. So prior to this, I was always on Dr. Michelle Lochner's back. I want to do a master's project with you next year. So I think once every 2 months, not sure, but it was a lot. So even during this time, I was sending her emails and yeah, I managed to convince her, and then she took me for a master's project. So in the project, we were working on anomaly detection techniques. So that's unsupervised machine learning techniques to actually search for anomalies in astrophysical transients, so time series data. So I also updated a framework that here it says develops, but no one ever gets a software done. So I'm hoping that she's still developing it. So the software or framework is called Astronomaly. So I updated this framework to actually work with time series data because at the time I was only focusing on images. And I submitted my master's thesis early November 2021 and graduated in March 2022. And I was the best student at UWC. That's very important. And then here comes the fun, boring part. So I wanted to actually go into the industry, and I've heard stories that applying for jobs can be depressing. So you had to actually start applying as early as possible while you're busy with your master's, so that you don't get that depressed. And then I started applying early May 2021, and then only started working in November 2021. So it has been a very hectic. We regret to tell you that we did not get the position. So yeah, and so I'm just gonna give a brief journey that the trends that I've picked up during searching for jobs. So the first thing, which is very, very obvious, you submit your CV to different companies, and then you get shortlisted, and then after that you go through programming tests. So it depends on what you're applying for. So if it is data science, you get data science problems. If you're software development, the software development problems. And then if you make it through the tests, you are invited for an interview. And then if you make it, you then get a job offer. So this is an example recruitment process that I went through with my way. I hope they don't kill me for this. So I submitted the CV for a data science or / actuarial science position. And then I'm just gonna read the highlighted part there. Congratulations, of course, it's nice to see. So here they're saying that we've put together a data science challenge that will test your abilities to wrangle with data. Astronomers are always doing this. Engineer new features, not sure about that one with astronomers. And then build a model and use that model to make predictions on unseen data. So wrangling with data, I was confident with that, but in engineering new features, I didn't even know what the problem was. But then just want to highlight one thing here. I had to quickly go to Google and YouTube and learn to do these things. And then as I did the project and then submitted, and then I think I'm seeing another congratulations there. So after that, I'm also gonna read the highlighted part. So this is the second part of the recruitment process. They're saying that in the first half of the interview, so we would like to discuss the contents of your assignment and the reasons you made the decisions that you did. So this is very important because imagine if I gave my friend or Dr. Michelle Lochner the assignment to do it for me. And then now they're saying that I must bring it and explain why you made this decision. So that's one thing that I would like to give the students here, that if you don't know something, just go and ask around and then make sure that you do whatever you do with understanding, because this will hunt you down. So I got to the interview, but then unfortunately I could not get the job because they actually recruiting for 2 positions, actuarial science and data science. So they explained the problems that I wanted to solve. And then they said to me, which one do you like most? And I chose, they didn't say that this is for data science or actuarial science. And I chose the actuarial science and they actually wanted data science for me. So that's like, nah, not you. So, and then moved to another recruitment process with Ikeja. So this is very interesting. The first test was to log into my SQL database and decode the message that is there. The most interesting part is this one. The decoded message will give you further instructions. So if you cannot open that MySQL database, then there's no way that you're gonna proceed. So even this one, I knew nothing about my SQL, so the thing of like getting to learn things quickly came in handy here. And then that's what I learned most from NASSP because it's intense and you have a short time. But remind me at the end of the slides, I need to show you how Prof. Sali used to make us feel better about the intensity. So I managed to open the MySQL database, thank God. And then here, I think, I don't see a congratulations, but it's good news. So they're saying that of the 100 or so people who applied for the position, 25 of us managed to solve the mini puzzle. So I was like, that was mini? Okay. So I got scared about that. And then the second one, it says that we would like to do a second more complex. So more anxiety. Programming test that will evaluate your analytical skills. So for me, that problem was not that complex. So I managed to pull through. And then the last part of the recruitment process with KKHI was that they invited us for a weekend. So I was very anxious about that, but it turned out to be a very nice weekend whereby we just getting to learn each other's culture, and then a mini interview. And then after that, I got appointed as a systems developer. That's what they say on the CV at Ikeja. But then I can't say that because it's a small company, I'm doing a lot of things. There's some days I'm doing data science, some days I'm doing data engineering, some days I'm doing data analysis, my SQL, database designs. So it's actually everything about software development. So I'm just gonna give a brief overview of what Ikeja is. So as you know, you have your cell phone towers, and then there are small things on these towers that they call sectors. So you're just getting internet from the sectors to the antenna that they mount on your house, and then that antenna gives you an internet in the house. So that's basically Ikeja in one slide. And then these are some of the NASSP graduates that some of them have been stalking for a while. So that's Kabelo, that's Chaka, that's Hope, that's Mpendulo, that's me before Ikeja Wireless. And then that's Palesa, no, sorry, that's Nkateko, Palesa, and Temba, my biggest role model. So I stalked him for a very long time through LinkedIn. So let's talk about the money. I know a lot of people are shy about talking about money, but I'm not. So, so this is the average salary that one makes with a system, with a developer role. So if you have 0 to 2 years of experience, you get about 30,000. And then 2 to 4 years of experience, 40,000, 4 to 6 years, 50, 6 to 10, 60, and then 10 plus, it's 80. So the more you stay in the software development program, the more money you get. So it's a straight line with a positive slope. So now, if there are any students here that wants to go to industry and they're doing NASSP, please just put on your shades, your sunglasses, because the future is very bright with NASSP. And then in the middle there, that's what Prof. Sali used to do to make us feel better about the intensity of NASSP. Thank you very much.